What's up? It's your boy Carcino here. Yeah, I'm gonna show you how to do this here. Check it straight up. Here it is. Still at it, playing with black magic. Now let's talk about it. Airplanes will have no windows. This is already a thing. You guys don't even know about it. It's finally being provided to you. That it's going to be a common thing. They're taking votes on it right now. Now they're going to have LED screens. The LED screens, they're going to be showing you different pictures of like scenery, and it's going to be all through the plane. It's like you're going to be sitting in a tube. I like to see where I'm going. Why are they doing it? Because it's going to be cheaper. See, the windows on the plane make the plane heavier. Now the plane will be lighter, and that means they could travel faster. So anybody who, supporting or definitely doing something like stocks, and you're looking at the planes, you're looking at the actual metal, a lot of companies who start going down this avenue, you can get a heads up on it early. It's definitely going to affect a lot of businesses. Imagine the people that put the planes, the windows on the planes. That company is going to lose a lot of money. I don't know how, even though making a plane lighter might be more dangerous. Do you know how thick those windows are? Those windows are very thick. Not at this moment in time, but for everybody who donated to the page, you guys are gonna be getting emails about a lot of this stuff real soon. I'm trying to wait for free opportunities for people so it don't cost them any money to put them in a position. But this is very need to know information because a lot of people are not mentioning this. You see, the Japanese bought a lot of planes and sold them to the United States. Smaller travel planes, like smaller flights. Say if you're going from Chicago to Columbus, Ohio, that's a small flight. So that plane would be a lot smaller. For those smaller travel flights, they're not going to put you on a big gigantic plane and fly you there unless it's doing connecting flights. But if you got a small flight where they're just going from Chicago to there and back and forth, that's a small fuel flights. And it's a lot of those planes now that are being made and shipped over from Japan. So what they're doing over there in Japan is they're making for their smaller flights, they having no window flights. It's faster, get them there for business. Well, we knew the Dodgers weren't gonna win. That's what they do. They dodge the World Series trophy. The World Series trophy be here. They be, whoa, let me dodge it. Let me dodge that thing. I don't want it. Don't let me dodge it. Can't dodge it. They're the Dodgers. That's what they do. Shouldn't be there. What if terrorists hijack the plane? Nobody be able to see it. Nobody will be able to see what's going on in the inside from outside of it. If you have sharpshooters, they can't see nothing. The terrorists on the plane can't see nothing. We can't see anything. I don't think I want to be on a plane where I can't see out the window. I want to know what's going on, what town we in, why are we going through this? You be on the plane, you just gotta trust the pilot know where we're going. Even when I'm in the aisle seat, I know where the plane is. The window's up, I can look out the window, turn my head. Why the creepy thumbnail? That's from Independence Day. It just it was the first thing I saw that was flying. I was just like, Independence Day. Put that in there. It's flying. I didn't have time to look for a plane. Ronisha Johnson. Ronisha in the house. No, they're trying to get you ready for the changes that are happening. Everything's got to get less. The money is not in adding more. Okay, that's never been the case of making money. The case of making money in business is less costly. That's it. That's always been the key. How do we cut money? How do we make cuts? Cuts, cuts, cuts. Expansion almost never works. It's all about less costly. And that's what they want to do. This costs too much. How can we get this cheaper? By saving and shaving a couple of bucks here and there, when we add it up, it's millions we're saving in fuel and all of these things. They're looking at all those costs. And when you look at the fuel costs, you're looking at, okay, diesel fuel. A lot of commercial flights use JP54. But if you're using D12 or D4 and all these other like very expensive fuel, that's if you have a car. JP54 would be regular gas for a plane. That's like regular gas. Now, if you're using that D12 and all that, that's like that premium, that high grade gas. That's like some real fuel. You put that in when you got the real planes going somewhere. Other than that, everybody using that JP54. Okay. You flying off that put gas. Put. No, United will win 2-0. They might draw with Everton today. No, they should win 4-0, but they'll win 2-0. Well, business wise, it's looking in that direction. The whole world's in a depression. Absolutely. We're in record times. We're in record times where the presidency of the United States don't mean anything anymore. We're in the times that we are in a time that can't go back to the way it was. It can never go back. Technology has forced us into a position we can never go back to. Japanese and Japan has shown us that our technology has been extinct for years. See those trains up there? That's a symbol of Chicago. The red line, the blue line, the brown lines, the purple lines. the railroad trains, New York electric train. The transit system. That for us had been the way we have conducted all business, all types of business. Going back, commuting, using the rail trains. Do you know in other countries the rail trains are extinct, especially in Japan? Their bullet train, which travels on magnets, magnetic, not using electricity, using magnets, where it floats on air and travels at a speed lightning quick than the trains we have here. They don't worry about derailing. They don't have any issues. Why are we still using this system here? Because why? It's more money having this dated system than having anything else. They can raise the ticket prices. Getting you to work faster doesn't help them. Working on a schedule is the reason that they are successful. And as the time goes, all they keep doing is raising the prices to get on them. They don't go no faster. They don't look any better. But they just keep raising the cost of living. Meanwhile, the times and the things around you, because of the changes in technology and the changes of how people are getting jobs now, is always evolving. Take for instance, Uber Eats. What's that? Food to your door. All of these different things. You can get a job in 10 seconds. All you got to do is sign up and start working. That's it. You don't have to go in for an interview. You can have your own thing where you can just start bringing people food to their door and you get paid just like that. Just like that, you're making money. That's how easy it is. There's no contract really. They barely know you. And here you are delivering food to the door of another stranger. Or you picking them up for a ride. You want Lyft, you want Uber. Next thing you know, you got your own business. It's that easy now. What if I told you that is putting in a stranglehold on the food delivery service? Because of that, more restaurants now are saying thank you. Now I don't have to pay for delivery. So now that delivery driver can say, F doing deliveries. I'm going to just do Uber. Or I'm going to do Uber Eats. Why just work for one restaurant? I can work for all of them now. So if anybody in my area is ordering food, I could do that. You see what I'm saying? You see how messed up that is? Meaning that there's no structure to it. Meaning that manual jobs is only going to be available for those for trade. There's not going to be a room to move up to supervisor, promotion, and become, okay, I'm a district manager of this chain without knowing some people. That's the basic way you're going to get these promotions. Nah, I don't smoke, or that's why I stay smart. Smoking keeps you dumb. Smoking too much of it keeps you living in a world that you can't get out of. And you see people that used to have dreams and used to be focused, then their focus drift more towards smoking, getting high. That becomes their motivation. And they forgot what their dreams were about in the first place. Look at blacks in construction. Look at blacks in the field of aerodynamics. Look at the blacks in anything to do with doctors and economics. We're very small in this margin, and you know what? A lot of us are not applying because these jobs that pays a lot of money revolves around a lot of work, and people who are black are not going for these jobs because one, they don't know about them. They don't know how to prepare to go for these jobs, and they don't want you to know about them because they want to keep those jobs designed for a lot of the people that's out there that looks like them. And then you wondering why the Mexicans getting all these jobs and doing this. You know why? Because they grew up in their country learning, having to learn a trade to survive. They had to learn how to fix cars in order to get around. They had to walk miles if they didn't learn if that they didn't get that car fixed. They had to learn how to build a house because if they didn't, they ain't gonna have one. They had to learn how to do all these different trades to survive. They had to learn electricity, how to put the thing in there. What nobody was gonna come fix it. They ain't had the money for it, so they had to learn these things. So when they come here, they want to be useful. We have too many useless people. We're born in this country and we don't take advantage of anything. We just cool to sit back and play video games and be dumb. Then we working for a boss and complaining about the boss, but we ain't trying to be the boss ourselves. You see what I'm saying? We Americans, period, make America great again. When was it great? It never was great. It was always on the brink. When they're gonna say America was great in the 90s, no, it wasn't. Blacks being massively incarcerated, no way. New jails being built. You know, everybody have great ideas. I had a friend who was high as a kite, but he had the best ideas in the world. He got up and go to work every day, and he was like, "Man, I still go to work and pay my bills, even though I get high." But ask him, "Well, how much money you got in the bank?" Well, you got the website, dude. Look, so you asking me? You got the website right there to give you all the information on it. Do I still call them? No. They paved the whole street. They did everything they were supposed to do. Plus, they were gonna do that because it's an election year. The election is going on, so you know they're gonna do all the work. They're gonna paint the curb. They're gonna make everything like, look, we did all this for y'all. Now go vote. See, when you put pressure on them when it's an election year, they like, oh, they aware. Yeah, you sitting over there spending that money, taking the chick with the boob job out on our dime. You better at least get over here and pave and do something for these people. I never understood that. I never understood. You know what I'm saying? I never understood that. I never understood those who didn't put their neck out the right way to represent for the brothers or to represent for each other. See, that's what I'm talking about. With all these athletes, all of these entertainers, all of these actors, the main problem in the country, nobody gets involved in. They know what the problem is, but yet they don't try to fix that. They want to put together a foundation that does this and get endorsements and get money dumped in a foundation, but they're not fixing the problem. They're not even pacifying it. Oh, bro, man came in late about the plane with no windows. Oh man, dude, you gonna have to take the video all the way back and rewind it. That's how you gonna get caught up. No, because we're the batteries. The minorities are all batteries. We are the batteries for the rich people because we're going to do the jobs to keep them in their households. If they don't have us for their machine shops to do these little jobs that cost $13 an hour, $9 an hour, $12 an hour, if we don't do that, they can't live in their mansions. So they need you. People do temp jobs for their temps. They trying to get hired, but a lot of these companies aren't hiring. Of course, it's still a slavery type system, but you're just being paid for it. It's a different type. The plantation has been expanded. Now it's like we're not going to give you room and board and beat you and force you to do the work. You can go out there and just do the work and pay us anyway. What we need to worry about you for? We don't need you trying to kill us. You say you called me while I was at the plantation. I mean, until we get ahead of this thing economically, put together plans, read books, use the internet for more than just, you know, social media. Seeing who's fighting who. Take the opportunities that's presented to you and use it. Get the upper hand. Saying like sitting down saying, what do I want to do? What do I want to do with my life right now? Sit down, think about it, and say, what do I want to do? And put the plan in motion. Look on the internet, find out what steps to take to go down the road you want to take and do it. See, people get high. I'm not going to just say people who get high. People procrastinate, even though those who don't do drugs. But a lot of people who do drugs have great ideas, but don't push to do any of it. Like I was saying, the dude, I was like, well, how much money you got in your bank account? None. But he's going to work every day paying his bills and he thinks I can control it. I'm a recreational smoker. Smoker don't bother my habit. Then why you don't have no money? Because you're spending it all on smoke. So yeah, you just working to pay your bills, but let's say an emergency happened. Boom. You now you hurt. Now you need money. An emergency happened now. You didn't plan for that. You know why? Because your money's all up in smoke. That was more important than saving in case something goes wrong. Instead of saying, well, let me stay up and study and try to go for a promotion, you happy just keeping everything the way it is and complaining because of the smoke. But they never see it. You bring up weed and now the smoke is holding them down, they're going to bring up alcohol as a killer. What about cigarettes? Tobacco's a killer. Yes, it is. That has nothing to do with your situation. The smoke got me watching your videos. Hopefully, the smoke clears and you realize that you should have been watching my videos to learn something. Use it as motivation to go out and do something, man. I mean, look, one of the guys on here wrote a book, put it out, got it published. It's in the stores. He said, man, I'm going to write me a book and got it published. What's up, Rose Smith? It's called Poetic Justice. At least I think it is. Let me go check out the title. My name is in the book. Man, I didn't put it on my bookshelf yet. That's crap. Okay, here it is. Poetically Correct by Sincerely Yours on YouTube. And I inspired him to write this book of poetry. I read a few of them, and he put my name in the acknowledgement. Carcino for Life Davis. You see, he put his thoughts and words into action and became a writer. Put out his own book. Sincerely Yours. Right here on YouTube. He was in the chat. Everybody trying to rap their way out of it. Rapping your way out and making beats, and it's a hard way to get out now. I'm not saying it don't work. You could buy it in every store, Books a Million, Apple, you can get it online. It's everywhere. Bruh, I knew a beat maker that made beat makers make a little bit of bread. They don't make a lot. It's a hard hustle. Believe me. I already know it's a hard hustle. Rap, trying to get in the rap game right now is a hard hustle. It's harder for minorities because the most part they don't have the when my book come out, oh yeah, my book's gonna be amazing. My book is still in the process of being done. Dude, 1 million views is not what you think, dog. It's oh gosh. I have a video that has 6 million views, dog. 6 million. Like 16 million. 16 million views right now and counting. And I'm trying to tell you, it's not what you think it is. And you keep talking about residual. Yeah, yeah, you remember that, don't you, Prague? The highest on this page is my Snoop Dogg one. My Snoop Dogg and it's a Snoop Dogg video where I did 2 million. And Papoose was up there too. Papoose is in the millions too with my views. Uh, I tell the story all the time. Y'all probably heard it, but when I was in first grade, my teacher name was Mrs. Davis. Miss Davis was tough. I tell you that right now. Miss Davis was tough. And while I'm in first grade, I'm sitting there and I'm watching everybody there. We're all in first grade, and most of the same people I knew from kindergarten. This is the first time school was a lot different then. Our school was very much advanced. Like we were learning things like they were really teaching us. It was a nurturing school system at this time. And as soon as we're there, we get a piece of paper. And the teacher said, "Why do you come to school?" It's basically she could fill out the students. So we all one of the first questions on the test is, "What do you come to school to do?" And it's multiple choice. And it was like read, learn, or it was something else in there. But I know read and learn was right there. And here I go, I fill it out. I put to learn. I mean, duh. Would you know that I was the only person in that class who put learn? The entire classroom had circled to read. I was the only one who put to learn because she's walking around looking at the test and she's seeing that and she takes my desk, pulls my desk all the way back away from everybody in the classroom. And she said, "I don't want nobody ever copying off this kid. You're going to sit here by yourself." I didn't like it. It felt like a punishment. And it turned the whole class against me. I'm in first grade. First grade. And off that one question, now I got to finish the rest of the questions. So after the test is over, she's going to ask everybody, what do they want to be when they grow up? She asked this person. He said a fireman. Asked that person, "I'm going to be a policeman." This one, it was, all right. They were like, "Oh, that's a good job. I'm going to build a house." And this guy wanted to be a race car driver. They asked me, "So what do you want to be when you grow up?" "Rich." That was my answer. I never gave a profession. Never gave a profession. 5 years old. 5 years old. I was a whole different type of five. Believe me, I was an entirely different type of five. I was a five to the fifth power. That's all I said. It was the most honest thing I could ever say because I didn't have a profession at 5 years old that I wanted to be. I didn't look up to a doctor or look up to a basketball player, really. I didn't really look up to nothing at that time. At five, all I cared about was wrestling, pro wrestling, pro wrestling, cartoons. I ain't had to worry about nothing. I just knew I just wanted some money. Making bets. I was making bets at like five. I was making bets with no money and winning. So my mom wanted to teach me a lesson. I'm gonna teach him a lesson. She's trying to do the Cosby Show way of teaching me. I already told y'all about that. She's gonna teach me a lesson. I was betting on Thomas Hearns. I'm like, I can't lose. All I gotta do is bet on Thomas Hearns. I don't need money. My mom like, you cannot make bets with no money. If you lose, how are you gonna pay? I don't have to because he's not gonna lose. I was like, all I gotta do is keep betting on Thomas Hearns. 5 years old, man. Five. And I kept betting my mom, and she kept paying me. She's like, "That's okay. One day he gonna lose, and then he gonna be wrong." I'm like, "This is easy." I won another $5. I was living it up. I was stacking my $5 up. 5 years old, betting $5, and lost it all on Sugar Ray Leonard. Oh man. But anyway, we stayed too long. I gotta get ready to get out of here. It's been fun. And for everybody, check out them planes.